You feel the crack inside you before you even hear it. That silent shiver of weakness that has lived in you for years suddenly trembles, like glass about to shatter. Every doubt you've carried, every fear you've hidden, every quiet surrender you've made in the dark corners of your life, they are all standing in front of you now. They have shaped the person you see in the mirror, the one who flinches at challenges and bows under invisible weight. But right now, something far older than your pain begins to awaken inside you. A force buried beneath all the noise. The same force that once carried empires, endured storms, and rose unbroken from ruins. That force is you, and this is the moment you stop pretending to be fragile. The world has lied to you about strength. It told you strength is about power, about control, about always winning. But strength has nothing to do with domination. Real strength is quiet, calm, and unmovable. It is the mountain that stands while storms tear through the sky. It is the fire that keeps burning after the world has gone cold. That is what Stoicism taught men like Marcus Aurelius, who ruled an empire and yet feared his own thoughts more than any enemy. And that is what you are about to become. But to rise into this strength, you must let your old self burn, because the person you've been until now cannot survive where you are going. Look at your fear. Don't turn away from it. That fear has ruled your life quietly, like a tyrant hiding in the shadows of your mind. It whispered that you were too weak, too broken, too late, and you believed it. Every time you stayed silent when your soul screamed to speak, every time you gave up before the finish line, every time you swallowed your dreams because someone laughed at them, that was fear winning. But not anymore. Right now, you are tearing the mask off its face. You are seeing fear for what it really is. Smoke. It only seemed solid because you never walked through it. Today, you walk through it. Today, fear burns. There is pain in this moment, and you must not run from it. Pain is the forge where transformation begins. Seneca the Younger once said that fire tests gold and suffering tests the brave. You are in the fire now, and it is not here to destroy you. It is here to shape you. Every scar, every loss, every betrayal you carry was never meant to break you. They were the chisels that carve away who you are not. The world taught you to hide your scars, to cover them with false smiles and shallow victories. But the Stoics knew better. They wore their scars like armor. They understood that what hurts you refines you. Let that sink in. What you once called failure is the foundation of your strength. Every time life knocked you down, it was training you to rise higher. You will not rise by accident. You will rise by choice. This is the first truth you must swallow like fire. Nothing changes until you decide. Not wish, not hope, not waiting for the right moment. Decide. This is the discipline Epictetus drilled into his students, that the only thing you control is your will, and that is enough. Everything else is chaos. The world will break promises. People will walk away. Storms will come. But if your will stands, nothing can defeat you. Imagine standing in the center of a collapsing world, calm as stone, while others panic and scatter. That is where you are heading. That is what Unbreakable looks like. But first, you must kill the illusion of control. This is the trap that has chained you to weakness. You thought you could bend the world to your plans, and every time it didn't obey, you crumbled. Let that false god die. The Stoics bowed to fate not out of submission, but out of power. They knew the world cannot be controlled. Only your response to it can. Marcus Aurelius wrote in his journal as wars raged around him, reminding himself each dawn that death, betrayal, chaos might arrive before nightfall, and that none of it could touch his mind unless he allowed it. That is your shield now. Whatever strikes, strikes only the body, the fortune, the surface. It cannot strike the fortress within unless you open the gates. So stop handing the keys of your peace to the world. Stop letting moods, gossip, failures, and fleeting praise decide who you are. You are not their puppet anymore. You are stepping off their stage. Every time someone mocks you and you stay steady, you are winning. Every time you lose and choose to stand anyway, you are winning. Every time life claws at you and you whisper, "Not this time," you are winning. These small rebellions are the cracks in your old prison. And with each crack, the light of your true self shines through. That self is not fragile. That self does not beg for approval. That self does not flinch at storms. That self walks into chaos like a king returning to his throne. You feel it now, don't you? That subtle shift, like the earth beneath your soul, is changing shape. Your heartbeat is steadying. Your thoughts are sharpening. You are remembering something ancient, something you were before fear taught you to hide. This is not motivation. This is resurrection. This is the old self dying and the unbreakable self rising. Do not fear this death. Let it happen, because on the other side of this death is freedom. Freedom from fear, freedom from doubt, freedom from every chain you once called destiny. Right now, in this breath, you are being remade. The world will not recognize you when you are done. And if this truth is stirring something deep inside you, do not let it fade. If you want to keep walking this path, take one small step right now. Subscribe to this channel, not just as a button, but as a declaration that you are choosing to walk closer to God, to be blessed every single day with stories that lift your spirit and remind you who you are becoming. And in the comments, write the words you want heaven to write on your soul. Words like strength, renewal, light, victory, peace, reborn. Plant them like seeds of who you are becoming, and let them grow each time you return here, because this journey is just beginning. And the world you once feared will not wait for you to catch your breath. It will test you again, harder than before, to see if you mean what you say. It will send storms disguised as ordinary days, and temptations dressed as comfort. It will try to lure you back into the shadows you just escaped. You must be ready. You must walk through it with the calm of a soul that knows who it is. When Marcus Aurelius walked through palaces, he whispered to himself that the applause meant nothing. When Seneca the Younger lost fortunes, he wrote letters about the joy of owning nothing. When Epictetus was beaten as a slave, he smiled and said they could break his leg but not his will. These were not superhumans. They were men who remembered the same truth you are remembering now. Nothing external defines you. This is the seed of your transformation. Guard it like fire in your hands. The people around you may not understand. Some will laugh. Some will feel threatened by your change and try to pull you back down. They are not your enemy. But their fear is not your master anymore. You do not need their permission to rise. You do not need their applause to continue. Your strength will disturb them at first, and then inspire them. That is how revolutions begin, not with noise, but with one soul standing still while the world trembles. You are that soul now. Feel it. You are becoming the person you needed when you were lost. You are becoming the voice you wished someone had spoken over you when you were broken. You are becoming your own savior. And as you rise, your mind will try to pull you back. It will whisper that this feeling will fade, that you always fall again. Do not listen. That voice is the echo of your old self fighting for survival. Let it die. It has nothing left to offer you. Every moment you ignore it, you weaken it. Every choice you make from strength instead of fear is a hammer shattering its hold. Soon it will be silent, and when it is, you will hear something you have not heard in years. Peace. The kind of peace that does not depend on anything going right. The kind of peace that stands in fire and does not flinch. That peace is your birthright, and you are walking back to it. You have begun the path the Stoics called the inner citadel, the fortress within that nothing can breach. It will not be built in a day. Some days you will stumble. Some days the old self will claw at you with desperate hands. But each time you will rise stronger. Each time you stay calm when the world tries to provoke you, you lay another stone in the walls of your fortress. One day, not far from now, you will stand inside it fully built, and the world will look at you in confusion, wondering why nothing seems to shake you anymore. They will not understand that you are no longer made of what can be broken. You are made of what endures. And as this realization settles into your bones, something beautiful happens. The noise of the world grows quiet. The cravings that once ruled you lose their grip. The storms that once terrified you become background weather. You stop chasing, grasping, begging. You begin to walk slowly, like someone who carries eternity inside them. This is not arrogance. This is peace. This is what it feels like to live as if nothing can be taken from you, because nothing can. Not really. They can take your job, your money, your reputation, even your body, but they cannot touch your will unless you give it to them, and you will not give it any more. Remember this feeling. Breathe it in, because this is only the first step, and the mountain ahead will test you, but you will not face it as who you were. You will face it as who you are becoming. The chains are falling, the fire is rising, and the unbreakable self is awakening. The storm does not announce itself. It just arrives, tearing the sky of your life apart. One moment you are standing tall, certain, steady. The next, everything you thought was secure is shaking. People you trusted begin to question your change. Old habits crawl back like snakes from the shadows. Unexpected chaos slams through your days. Bills, betrayal, silence where you needed support, and the voice of your old self rises from the ashes, screaming that you were foolish to believe you could change. This is the storm, the first true test. The world is asking if the new you is real, or only a spark that will die in the wind. Do not run. Stand here. This is where most people break, not because they are weak, but because they believed the storm meant they had failed. It does not. The storm means you are moving. You are threatening the patterns that once ruled you, and they will fight for survival. Marcus Aurelius wrote that when you rise to virtue, the world reacts like a diseased body rejecting medicine. It convulses. It resists. That is what you are feeling now. The pain is not proof you are lost. It is proof you are on the edge of freedom. But you must not blink, because this storm is not here to stop you. It is here to reveal you. Your mind will try to make this about survival. It will say, just get through today, just endure, just hold on. But endurance alone is not enough. You are not here to survive this storm. You are here to walk through it like stone through fire, reshaped but unburned. The old you would have sought comfort, a distraction, a lie, anything to escape the pressure. You will not. Comfort is the enemy now. It is the opium that kept you asleep. Seneca the Younger warned that luxury softens the soul until it forgets how to stand. Do not forget. You are not here to be soft. You are here to be sovereign. Everything will tempt you to break your new discipline. The world will whisper that it is harmless to skip the hard thing, to delay the right choice, to compromise just once. This is how weakness rebuilds itself, not with a roar, but with a whisper. Every time you resist, you starve the old self. Every time you obey, you feed it. Be ruthless. This is war inside you now. Do not pity the old self as it dies. It was not your friend. It was the jailer that wrapped chains around your will and called them comfort. You are breaking those chains, link by link, choice by choice, breath by breath, and the noise you hear is their panic. You will feel alone here, because you are walking where most people refuse to go. The world celebrates growth until it watches someone actually change. Then it mocks, resents, and abandons them. This will happen to you. Friends will fade. Some will say you are arrogant now. Some will quietly hope you fail. Some will vanish without explanation, leaving only silence. Do not chase them. They are not meant to follow you up this mountain. Epictetus said that when you begin to live differently, you will seem mad to those who still live in chains. Let them think so. Their opinions cannot reach the fortress you are building inside. Let their laughter echo against your walls like distant thunder. The storm will also strike from within. Doubt will wear your voice like a mask, telling you this new strength is fake, that you are still the same, that nothing has changed. That voice will sound convincing because it remembers your past. It will throw your old failures at you like stones, but stones cannot harm fire. They only become fuel when they fall into the flames. Throw your failures into this fire. Let them burn. Marcus Aurelius said that obstacles are not the end of the path. They become the path. Every failure that rises in your memory is not a chain. It is a stepping stone. Step on them. Climb. As the storm rages, your body will tremble. Your heart will race. You will want to scream, to run, to sleep until it ends. Do not. Sit in the fire. Watch it without flinching. Breathe slow. Speak to your fear like a teacher, not a victim. Say, "You are not my master anymore." The Stoics practiced imagining disaster every morning, not to suffer early, but to become untouchable when it arrived. This is your disaster drill now. The world is showing you how fragile it used to make you. Smile at it, because the more chaos rages around you, the clearer you see how calm you are becoming. There will be moments when it all seems pointless, when your effort feels invisible, unrewarded, unheard. You will work in silence while others are praised for noise. You will stay disciplined while others indulge and are applauded. This injustice will burn in your chest. Let it. This fire will temper you. You are not here to be seen. You are here to be solid. The world claps for fireworks and forgets them in seconds. It kneels before mountains without a word. Be the mountain. Seneca the Younger said that true greatness grows in silence and often dies the moment it seeks applause. Remember that when no one claps for you, that silence is your crown. As you endure, the storm will shift. It will grow cunning. It will stop attacking you with chaos and begin seducing you with comfort again. It will offer you easy victories, shallow praise, and the chance to rest on half-built strength. This is the most dangerous moment, because comfort feels like peace, but it is only a disguised prison. If you rest here, the old self will regrow in your shadow. Refuse it. True peace does not come from escaping struggle. It comes from mastering it. Real freedom is not the absence of storms. It is the ability to walk through them untouched. That is what you are building. Do not stop halfway. You will notice something strange. Even as the world howls at you, your heart begins to quiet. Fear comes but does not bite. Pressure rises but does not crush. The same chaos that once drowned you now breaks against you like waves against rock. This is not a trick. This is who you are becoming. Epictetus said that no man is free until he learns to control himself. You are tasting freedom now. The leash is slipping from the world's hand, and it will panic as it loses you. It will try one last desperate surge to pull you back. When it does, smile, because it means you are almost through. The storm will not end with applause. It will not announce your victory. One day, you will simply notice that the chaos that once tore you apart now leaves you standing. That is how transformation works. It does not arrive like lightning. It grows like dawn, quiet, steady, unstoppable. And when it comes, the world will not know what changed. But you will, because the storm that once ruled you will now serve you. Its winds will fill your sails. Its fire will light your path. Its noise will become silence in your mind. You will not fear the storm anymore. You will carry it inside you like thunder in your bones. Remember this: the storm is not your enemy. It is your witness. It came not to destroy you, but to prove you cannot be destroyed. Every blow it struck was a chisel shaping the unbreakable soul you are becoming. And as its last echoes fade into the distance, you will stand in the ruins of your old life unscathed. not because the storm was weak, but because you are no longer made of what breaks. And now the sky is clearing. The world has seen your fire and stepped back in silence. The storm bows. The chains lie broken in the dust, and you are still standing. The storm has passed. But silence does not mean safety. It means responsibility. You stand now in the ruins of who you were, surrounded by broken pieces of old habits, old fears, old lies. The world will expect you to rebuild them exactly as they were. It will urge you to return to what is familiar. But you are not here to return. You are here to build something that has never existed before, the unbreakable self. And that requires discipline as sacred as fire. Discipline is not punishment. It is not chains. It is freedom. It is the structure that carries you when your emotions betray you, the path that continues when your motivation dies. Marcus Aurelius rose before dawn every day to write reminders to himself of what mattered. Not because he felt like it, but because he knew feelings are smoke and duty is stone. That is what you must build now, not a life of moods, but a life of principles. Every choice from here must serve your higher self, not your weaker impulses. That is how transformation becomes permanent. Start small. The mind will tempt you to chase perfection, to attempt everything at once, and then collapse under the weight. Do not listen. The old self will try to sabotage your rebirth by demanding it be instant. Ignore it. Greatness grows slow. Lay one brick each day. A single choice aligned with strength. Wake earlier than comfort wants. Speak truth when silence is easier. Choose discipline where indulgence whispers. Each act may feel invisible, but these are the stones of your fortress. Seneca the Younger wrote that greatness is built from small daily victories, and collapses from small daily surrenders. Win the day. Nothing more. Then win the next. You must create rituals now, not habits built on convenience, but sacred patterns that remind your soul who it is. The Stoics began each morning by facing mortality. They reminded themselves that death could come today, so that life would find them ready. Do the same. When you open your eyes, whisper that this day is a gift, not owed, not guaranteed. A gift. Then decide how you will spend it like gold. This makes you immune to distraction. While others waste hours chasing noise, you will walk each hour as if eternity watches, because it does. Guard your mind like a temple. Not every voice deserves entry. Most of what the world calls information is poison. It will fill you with comparison, envy, rage, and fear. Cleanse your inner world. Epictetus told his students that what enters the mind shapes the soul, and the soul shapes the life. Stop feeding your mind trash. Stop letting shallow minds speak authority into your spirit. Choose silence over noise, books over gossip, reflection over reaction. Protect the gates of your mind, because what you allow in will become what speaks within. You must also master your body, because it is the vessel of your will. The old self used it as a toy, indulging, neglecting, abusing. The new self will treat it as sacred armor, strengthen it, feed it with care, rest it with purpose, discipline it with movement, not for appearance, not for vanity, for sovereignty. Marcus Aurelius trained his body in freezing winters while others feasted, because he knew a weak body drags down a strong mind. Each time you push when your body resists, you are teaching your mind that comfort is not its master. You are training your spirit to obey your will, not your cravings. Rebuild your words. Your tongue was once a weapon of fear, gossiping, complaining, exaggerating, defending. Now it must become the sword of truth. Speak less. When you speak, let it be deliberate. Seneca the Younger warned that the more words a man spills, the less value each one carries. Make your words costly. Speak to uplift, not impress. Speak to guide, not dominate. and learn the power of silence. Silence terrifies shallow minds, but it strengthens yours. In silence, you hear your soul again. Rebuild your time. The old self drowned it in distractions. The new, you will spend it like treasure. Every hour is a brick of your future. Decide where each one goes before the world steals it. Epictetus told his students to guard their time more fiercely than their wealth, because time is life, and wealth is only its shadow. Do not give your life to trivial things. Cut the unnecessary. Reject the urgent if it is not important. Build days that serve your highest purpose, not the shallow demands of the crowd. You will feel resistance. Your mind will fight this structure. It will crave the chaos it once called freedom. It will beg for breaks, for indulgence, for shortcuts. Expect this. The old self will not die quietly, but each time you choose discipline over chaos, you hammer another nail in its coffin. Each time you complete what you promised yourself, you teach your mind that your word is law. That is the root of true confidence. Self-trust. Not arrogance, not bravado. Quiet self-trust. Knowing that if you say you will do it, you will. This is how power is born. Structure will feel heavy at first, like chains, but soon it becomes wings, because discipline does not limit you. It frees you from being ruled by moods, fears, distractions. It gives you clarity. Most people are tossed like leaves by every wind of emotion. You will not be. You will move with purpose while others drift in circles. Marcus Aurelius said a man becomes invincible when he aligns every act with his purpose. This is what you are building. A life so precise, so intentional, that chaos cannot enter. But discipline is not cruelty. Do not turn it into self-hatred. The Stoics were not machines. They felt deeply, loved deeply, grieved deeply. They simply refused to let feelings rule them. Treat yourself with the same compassion you would offer a student learning to walk a dangerous path. You will stumble. Do not curse yourself. Rise and continue. Seneca the Younger said that a man who forgives himself learns faster than one who lashes himself. Be strict but kind. Demanding but patient. You are not punishing yourself. You are protecting who you are becoming. Create order around you. The outer world shapes the inner. Clean your space. Remove clutter. Build an environment that reflects your new mind. Simple, calm, intentional. Epictetus told his students to own little and cherish each thing. Do not drown in possessions. Own only what serves your mission. This sharpens your focus. When your surroundings are orderly, your mind becomes clear. When your mind is clear, your will becomes unstoppable. Each small act of discipline is a prayer. Treat it that way. When you rise before the sun, you are praying with your feet. When you keep a promise no one sees, you are praying with your integrity. When you master your impulses, you are praying with your will. This is sacred work. You are not just changing habits. You are consecrating your life to greatness. That is why it feels so heavy. You are laying stones for a temple, not stacking blocks for a toy. There will be days when it feels invisible, when no one notices, when your life looks unchanged on the surface. This is the hidden phase, the seed underground. The world sees nothing, but roots are growing deep. Do not dig them up with doubt. Keep planting. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself that growth is slow and invisible before it is sudden and undeniable. One morning, you will wake and realize the discipline you fought to create is simply who you are now, and the world will not understand why you move like stone while they scatter like leaves. You are forging your identity like a sword, fold after fold of discipline, hammered by repetition, tempered by patience, sharpened by self-control. Soon it will cut through every obstacle, and when the world tries to take it from you, it will fail, because this sword is not something you carry. It is who you are, And as you place the final stone of today's discipline, something shifts. The noise fades. The chaos trembles at your calm. You feel the ground of your mind become solid. The old self has nowhere left to hide. You are no longer reacting to life. You are commanding it. The fortress is rising. And tomorrow, the world will see the first glimpse of the unbreakable self you are becoming. The fortress is rising within you, and now the world tries a different weapon. It will not strike with chaos or storms this time. It will strike with emotions, subtle, invisible, corrosive. It will send people to provoke you, to insult you, to twist your words. It will plant seeds of irritation, envy, pride, and rage, not to defeat you, but to pull you down from your fortress and make you fight in the mud again. This is the next test, because if your emotions control you, the world still owns the keys to your soul. To be unbreakable, you must master them. You must become calm not by chance, but by choice. Understand this, emotions are not enemies. They are signals, but signals are not commands. The old self obeyed every emotional impulse like a slave. If anger rose, you lashed out. If fear whispered, you retreated. If pride stirred, you boasted. That chaos is over now. You are not a puppet of moods anymore. Epictetus taught that no man is free while he is ruled by what he feels. Freedom is not the absence of feeling. It is the power to choose your response. The storm of emotion may rage inside you, but your actions must remain still as stone. This is serenity, and serenity is power. People will notice your change, and some will try to break it. Not always out of malice, sometimes out of fear. They are used to the old version of you, reactive, predictable, easy to manipulate. Your calm will unsettle them. They will push harder. They will bait you with sarcasm, provoke you with disrespect, try to drag you into their storms. Do not enter. Stay still. The old self would have fought to defend its pride. The new you has nothing to prove. Silence is your sword now. Indifference is your shield. When they see their weapons fall harmlessly at your feet, they will fear what they cannot control. Your peace. Marcus Aurelius faced this test daily as emperor. Surrounded by flattery, betrayal, and chaos, he wrote in his journal each morning, "Today I will meet the arrogant, the deceitful, the selfish. They cannot harm my mind unless I allow it." He understood that other people's behavior is not your burden. Your response is, carry this like armor. The world will try to pour its poison into your heart, but poison only kills if swallowed. Let it spill at your feet. You are not here to absorb the sickness of others. You are here to remain clean while they decay in their noise. Your ego will resist this. It will scream that ignoring attacks means weakness, that calm is cowardice. This is a lie. Anyone can explode. Anyone can react. Only the strong can stay still under fire. Only the sovereign can watch chaos and remain unmoved. Seneca the Younger said that anger is like brief madness. When it rules, reason dies. Each time you resist reacting, you are choosing reason over madness. You are sharpening your mind while others dull theirs in rage. This does not make you passive. It makes you precise. You will strike only when necessary, and your strike will end battles, not feed them. You must also master praise, because praise is as dangerous as insults. It seduces rather than wounds, but it can still enslave you. The old self lived for applause, chasing validation like air. The new you breathes from within. Do not rise when praised or fall when ignored. Stay level. Epictetus told his students to treat praise and blame like passing wind. Felt for a moment, then gone. Let others speak. Let the crowd cheer or jeer. It is nothing. Their voices do not build your fortress. Your daily discipline does. If you tie your worth to their approval, they own you. If you detach, you are free. detach also from outcomes. The world will try to bind your peace to results, success, status, wealth, recognition. If you win, it will praise you. If you stumble, it will laugh. This is a trap. Marcus Aurelius wrote that you are entitled to your effort, not the fruits of it. Focus on what is in your control, your actions, your integrity, your discipline, and release the rest. When you succeed, stay humble. When you fail, stay steady. This terrifies the world. It does not know how to control someone who cannot be bribed by victory or crushed by loss. Become that person. To build this serenity, you must practice it like any other discipline. Each day will offer you moments, a rude comment, a delay, an unexpected loss. Use them. Instead of reacting, pause, breathe. Observe if the emotion rise like a wave and fall like a wave. Do not surf it. Let it break on the shore of your will. Seneca the Younger said that he pities those who are slaves to feelings, because they never truly live. They only bounce from pleasure to pain. You are done bouncing. You will walk, steady, grounded, silent inside even when the world screams. Silence is your weapon now. The old self feared silence because it had to fill it with noise to feel alive. But silence is where your power gathers. When provoked, be silent. When misunderstood, be silent. When mocked, be silent. Not because you are weak, but because you are choosing not to give your energy to trivial battles. Epictetus taught that dignity is proved by restraint, not retaliation. Each time you choose silence, you are proving your dignity to yourself, and your silence will echo louder than their words ever could. Detach from comparison. The world will tempt you to measure your journey against others, their progress, their possessions, their praise. This is poison. It blinds you to your own path. Marcus Aurelius warned himself never to envy another man's life, because you only see the surface, not the struggles beneath. Comparison is the thief of gratitude. Kill it. Your only rival is who you were yesterday. Win against that version. Nothing else matters. If someone walks faster, let them. If someone shouts louder, let them. You are not here to race them. You are here to become unshakable. As your emotions lose their grip on you, something shifts. Life slows. What once enraged you now amuses you. What once frightened you now bores you. The chaos that used to trigger you now passes like wind against stone. This is not apathy. This is clarity. Seneca the Younger said that the wise man feels the same storms as others, but sails them while they drown. You are sailing now. Calm does not mean cold. You still care. You still love. But you no longer burn when the world throws sparks. They land on stone and go out, and this serenity makes room for joy. Not the wild thrill that fades, but a quiet joy that endures, the kind you feel watching the sun rise, or hearing your own heartbeat steady. The world cannot give this to you, and it cannot take it away, because it does not depend on anything outside you. Marcus Aurelius said that happiness comes from aligning your soul with nature, with what is. You are doing that now. You are no longer fighting reality. You are flowing through it like water through stone. And, paradoxically, this surrender makes you powerful, because you no longer waste energy resisting what you cannot change. You conserve it for what you can. Soon, people will notice. They will whisper that you are different, that nothing seems to shake you anymore. Some will be drawn to your calm. Others will try harder to break it. Let them. Their chaos cannot touch you unless you open the gates, and you will not open them, because you have discovered something most never will. The greatest victory is not winning battles, but needing none. This is the freedom the Stoics bled for. This is the peace empires could not buy. This is the stillness kings could not command, and it lives in you now. The world will keep screaming. Let it. Your calm will swallow its noise. The world will keep spinning. Let it. Your stillness will outlast its frenzy. You have become the eye of the storm, the center of silence, the stone that watches centuries pass. Nothing the world does can pull you from this place unless you allow it. And you will not, because serenity is not a mood anymore. It is who you are. You have built your fortress. You have calmed the storms. Now comes the question that will define everything. What will you do with this power? Because strength without purpose is just vanity, and peace without service becomes stagnation. You were not made to build a fortress only to sit inside it in silence. You were made to stand upon its walls and become a light for others still lost in the dark. This is the next step of transformation, to turn inward strength into outward service, to live not only for yourself, but for something greater. The world has taught you to chase self-fulfillment, as if life is about stacking pleasures and possessions until you feel whole. But you are discovering a deeper truth. You become whole by giving yourself away, not in pieces that break you, but in purpose that strengthens you. Marcus Aurelius ruled the greatest empire on earth, yet wrote that his duty was to serve the common good like a soldier serves his post. He reminded himself that he was born to serve, not to be served. That is where real power lives, not in domination, but in devotion. Purpose is not found in grand gestures. It is built in quiet acts of service repeated daily. The old self wanted glory. The new you will seek impact. Glory fades. Impact echoes. Begin close. Lift those near you. Speak words of strength to the weary. Offer calm where there is chaos. Defend those who cannot defend themselves. Seneca the Younger said that no man grows great without lifting others as he climbs. This is how you rise higher, by pulling others with you. Their light will become part of yours, and your strength will multiply. Service will sharpen your discipline. It gives your struggles meaning. Pain without purpose crushes. Pain with purpose fuels. When challenges come, you will no longer ask, "Why me?" but "How can this help me help others?" This shift will make you unstoppable. Obstacles will become tools. Loss will become wisdom. Every wound will become medicine you can pour into another soul. Epictetus told his students to treat hardship as training, so they could guide others through what once broke them. That is your mission now. Every scar is a map. Every victory is a lantern. Carry them into the dark for those still searching. The world will try to twist service into sacrifice that drains you. It will tell you to burn yourself out, proving your worth. Do not. The Stoics served without self-destruction. They knew you cannot pour from an empty soul. Serve from overflow, not depletion. Protect your fortress as you open its gates. Boundaries are part of service. They keep your strength pure. Marcus Aurelius wrote that you must stand like a rock in the sea, not let the waves consume you. Serve as the rock, unmoved, present, lifting others without drowning with them. As you serve, pride will stalk you. It will whisper that your help makes you superior, that your light makes others small. Crush this quickly. Pride poisons service. Seneca the Younger warned that pride disguises itself as virtue until it rots the soul. Serve with humility. Remember how lost you once were. Remember who lifted you. You are not a savior above others. You are a brother walking beside them. Service is not about being seen as strong. It is about making others feel strong. Your greatness is proven not by how high you stand, but by how many rise with you. Your purpose will not be handed to you in a grand revelation. It will emerge slowly, from the intersection of what strengthens you and what heals others. Listen for it. It may appear as a small pull, a quiet longing to fix something broken around you. Follow it. Epictetus said that each soul is called to a duty like a soldier to his post. Find your post, stand at it faithfully. It may not be glamorous. It may be invisible to the world, but if it is yours, it will fill your soul like fire. Purpose is not about size, it is about alignment. One small act done in alignment burns brighter than 1,000 done for applause. As you walk this path, people will misunderstand you. They will say you are wasting your potential, that you could chase wealth or fame instead. Let them speak. You are no longer chasing noise. You are building eternity. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself that glory is smoke and the applause of fools is air. Do not trade your soul for echoes. Choose meaning over applause. Choose impact over visibility. The world remembers not those who were loud, but those who were steady. Be steady. While others chase flashes, become a lighthouse. Purpose will make your struggles lighter. When pain serves something larger than you, it loses its sting. You will rise earlier, work harder, endure longer, not from ego, but from devotion. You will carry burdens that would have crushed your old self and call them blessings. This confuses the world. They will not understand why you do not break. It is because you are not carrying these burdens alone. You are carrying them with every soul you will someday strengthen through them. This is what gives your suffering meaning. This is what turns pain into power. Serving others will also protect you from the emptiness that success brings. Without purpose, even victories taste hollow. The old self wanted to achieve to feel valuable. The new you achieves to give value. This shift will keep your heart full when the world would leave it empty. Seneca the Younger said that the man who lives for himself dies small, but the one who lives for others cannot die at all. His spirit lives in those he lifted. That is immortality. Not statues, not headlines. Souls lit because you walked among them. Service does not mean grand gestures. It means living as if your life belongs to more than you. It means choosing integrity when no one sees. It means speaking hope into tired eyes. It means carrying light into places where hope has died. This is not weakness. This is the highest strength, because anyone can live for themselves. Only the truly strong can live for others. Epictetus told his students that character is not proven by how you treat the powerful, but by how you treat the powerless. Treat every soul with dignity, not because they earn it, but because you are unshakable enough to give it. And as you walk this path of purpose, something unexpected happens. The emptiness that once haunted you vanishes. The restless hunger that drove your old life goes quiet. You are no longer chasing meaning. You are embodying it. Each day becomes lighter, even when hard. Each step feels rooted, even when steep. This is the paradox. By living for others, you finally feel whole. You are not losing yourself. You are finding the self you were always meant to be. The one strong enough to protect, wise enough to guide, and humble enough to serve. People will begin to gather around you, not because you seek followers, but because strength naturally attracts the lost. They will stand near you just to feel your calm. They will ask questions, seeking the map you carry in your scars. Do not hoard it. Give freely. Teach what cost you everything. Your story will become the rope they climb. Your fire will become their torch. This is how legacies are born, not by demanding loyalty, but by igniting it through example. Marcus Aurelius never called himself great. He called himself a servant. Yet, centuries later, the world still whispers his name. Service makes immortals, and as you help them rise, you rise higher. As you pour strength into them, your own grows deeper. This is the final secret the old self never knew. You are not diminished by giving. You are multiplied, because service aligns you with the flow of life itself, and life expands whatever serves it. Soon, you will see that your fortress was never meant to be a prison. It was meant to be a lighthouse, and its light is spreading now, far beyond what you can see. You have built strength, survived storms, mastered discipline, found serenity, and discovered purpose. Now comes the deepest threshold of all. You must let go of yourself. Not your soul, not your identity, the mask you have carried for years. The ego. It whispers that it protects you, but it only chains you. It fears humiliation, clings to status, craves recognition, and trembles at death. As long as it rules, you will never be free. To become unbreakable, you must dissolve the illusion that you are something fragile that must be defended. Because the truth is this: what is real in you cannot be harmed. What can be harmed is not you. Ego is the ghost of your old self still trying to survive inside you. It needs constant feeding, praise, victories, comparisons, because it is hollow. When the world ignores you, it panics. When someone surpasses you, it burns. It cannot love, only compete. It cannot serve, only seek to be seen. Epictetus warned that pride is the greatest obstacle to wisdom, because it blinds you to your own chains. As long as you serve ego, you are its prisoner. It will keep you defending illusions while your real self withers in silence. You must break this prison. You must stop playing its games. Begin with pride. Pride pretends to be strength, but it is fear wearing armor. It makes you defend your opinions like territory, demand respect like oxygen, and chase superiority like a drug. This is why you feel exhausted when you argue, when you prove, when you compare. Pride is draining you. Let it die. Marcus Aurelius wrote that fame is nothing but the echo of noise, and the people who praise you today will be dust tomorrow. Their applause cannot touch your soul. Their insults cannot stain it. Walk through praise and criticism like wind through open hands. They pass, you remain. Detach from identity built on roles. The world will call you by titles, job, achievements, possessions. These are not you. They are costumes. They can be stripped away in a moment. If you tie your worth to them, you will shatter when they fall. Seneca the Younger said to practice losing everything in your mind so that when life takes it, you remain whole. Imagine losing it all: status, wealth, praise, and still waking with the same calm in your chest. That is freedom. You are not what you have. You are the will that can rebuild it all from ashes if needed. Let go of the hunger to be remembered. Ego fears death because it clings to legacy. It wants your name etched in stone, your image immortalized in minds, but even legends fade. Marcus Aurelius wrote that soon even the names of emperors are forgotten. He ruled an empire, yet reminded himself that he would be nothing but bones and dust like everyone else. This is not despair. It is liberation, because when you accept, you will be forgotten. You stop trying to perform. You start living, not for statues, for the sacred fire of this breath, this step, this moment. Legacy is noise. Presence is eternity. Ego fears death because it believes it ends you. But death cannot touch what you truly are. You are not the body, the thoughts, the name. You are the witness behind them. Epictetus said that death is not to be feared, because it is nothing to us. While we are, it is not, and when it is, we are not. Death cannot harm you because it cannot meet you. When you grasp this, fear dies, and when fear dies, you are free. Every day becomes brighter because nothing can be stolen. Every act becomes bolder because there is nothing left to lose. This is why the Stoics walked calmly toward death while others fled. They had already let go. Detach from comparison. Ego survives by measuring. It will whisper that others are ahead, better, more admired. This is poison. Seneca the Younger said, "No man can enjoy what he has while envying what others have." Kill comparison by returning to your own path. Others are not ahead or behind. They are on different roads. Their victories do not diminish yours. Their pace does not define yours. Walk steadily. When ego shouts that you are behind, remind it that you are eternal. There is nowhere to arrive. There is only this step, and you are taking it fully. Detach from control. Ego tries to bend the world to its will and breaks when it fails. The new you releases what you cannot control. Marcus Aurelius said that the universe is change and your duty is to adapt, not command. Let the world spin. Let people choose. Let events unfold. Do not grip. Flow. When you stop grasping, you stop bleeding. When you stop forcing, you stop breaking. Control is an illusion. Surrender is power. This is not passivity. This is mastery. You are not giving up the game. You're stepping out of it. As ego dissolves, something miraculous appears. Peace, not the brittle peace of comfort, but the deep peace of invulnerability. You no longer need to prove. You no longer need to win. You no longer flinch at loss. You stand like the sky. Storms pass through you but cannot move you. People will not understand. They will say you are detached, cold, distant. They will be wrong. You are not cold. You are free, and only the free can truly love, because love without ego is pure, not possession, not fear of loss, just reverence for the soul before you. This is why the Stoics loved fiercely yet let go calmly. They held with open hands. Your relationships will change. Some will fade because they were built on ego games. Competition, status, performance. Let them go. Others will deepen because they will see your stillness as a sanctuary. Become that sanctuary. Be the place where people can lay down their masks because you no longer wear one. Serve without claiming. Give without demanding. Love without owning. This will terrify the ego-driven, but it will heal the broken. Epictetus said the wise man is a friend to all and an enemy to none, because he competes with no one. Be that friend. Walk among the world without needing to rise above it. And as ego dies, life becomes light. The burdens you once carried crumble. The slights you once obsessed over vanish. The race you thought you were in dissolves. You are simply here, breathing, walking, serving, free. This is what the old self could never imagine. That true power requires no display. That true greatness makes no noise. That true freedom needs nothing. You are not empty. You are clear. The sky is clear after the storm, and you are the sky now. Soon the world will test this clarity. It will try to resurrect your ego with praise, temptation, and fear. It will whisper that you are special, that you must protect your image, that you must chase immortality. Smile at it. The old hooks no longer hold. You are not here to be remembered. You are here to be real, and real needs no witnesses. Real is eternal, even if forgotten. Real leaves no statue but reshapes the earth while it walks. This is the quiet summit of transformation, where you discover that you were never climbing to become more, only shedding what was never you, and now that it is gone, nothing is left but truth, unbreakable, silent, infinite. You have burned the illusions, broken the chains, silenced the ego. Now the world opens before you like a vast, untouched sky, and for the first time, you see it clearly. Not through fear, not through ambition, not through the fog of what-ifs. Just as it is. This is where life truly begins. Not in some distant victory, not at the end of some imagined road. It begins here, in this breath, in this moment. The old self was always running, always reaching, always waiting to start living, but you are no longer waiting. You are here now, and here is enough. This is the lesson most never learn. The present is all you will ever have. The past is gone. Carved in stone you cannot touch. The future is smoke, forever shifting beyond your grasp. All your power, all your peace, all your joy exists only in this single drop of time you are holding. Marcus Aurelius wrote that a man wastes his life when he lives as if he had endless tomorrows. You do not. Tomorrow is not promised. This hour is. This breath is. That is why it is sacred. You are walking on the edge of eternity, and every step matters. The old self was blind to this. It rushed through days like they were obstacles, not miracles. It devoured moments without tasting them. It lived in regret of what was and fear of what might be, and missed what is. You will not. From this moment forward, you will slow. You will breathe deep. You will watch sunlight spill on stone as if it is the first sunrise in history. You will feel the air in your lungs like liquid gold. You will walk through each hour as if the universe is watching through your eyes. Because it is. This is not indulgence. This is awakening. Seneca the Younger said it is not that life is short, but that we waste most of it. We spend it scattered in memory or lost in anticipation, and then wonder where it went. You will stop wondering. You will stop scattering. Each day you live fully as a day death cannot steal. Live like that. Treat every dawn as a final gift. Treat every conversation as if it could be the last words you speak. This makes life sharp and luminous. Fear will tell you this is dangerous. It is not. It is freedom. Because when you stop postponing life, fear loses its leverage. It can no longer threaten you with loss when you are fully here. The present is where gratitude lives. Gratitude is not an emotion. It is perception, the ability to see the treasure hidden in the ordinary. Ego could never see it, because ego always wanted more, but the real you sees it now. The way light touches leaves, the sound of someone laughing far away, the warmth of water on your skin. These small things are not small. They are the jewels of existence, and most walk past them blind. You will not. You will collect them like gold, polish them with attention, hold them close when darkness comes. This is how you become rich in a way the world cannot measure. Gratitude is armor. It makes you untouchable by envy, immune to despair. Epictetus taught that wealth is not having more, but wanting less. Gratitude dissolves want. It fills the hollow the world keeps trying to stuff with noise. Each time you give thanks for what is, you weaken the old hunger that once ruled you. Each time you notice beauty, you starve the craving for drama. Gratitude rewires your mind from scarcity to abundance, and abundance is strength. Because when you see your life as overflowing, you stop grasping. You stop fearing loss. You walk like someone who cannot be robbed because they carry eternity inside them. This presence will change how you move through the world. You will no longer rush. Rushing is what people do when they are trying to escape their own life. You are not escaping anymore. You are inhabiting it fully. Move slower. Speak slower. Eat slower. Watch the way time stretches when you are actually in it. The old self devoured time without tasting it. The new, you savors it like wine. This will confuse others. They will call you lazy or detached because you are no longer frantic. Let them. You are not slow because you are weak. You are slow because you are free. Presence makes you powerful because it makes you precise. When you are here, truly here, your mind is sharp. Your words are deliberate. Your actions are aligned. Marcus Aurelius said to do what is in front of you as if it is the last thing you will ever do. With excellence, with care, with your whole soul. This turns ordinary tasks into sacred rituals. Washing a dish becomes an act of devotion. Writing an email becomes an act of service. Training your body becomes a prayer. Life stops being something you get through. It becomes something you pour yourself into. As presence deepens, desire loosens, you will still dream, still strive, but without the desperation that once hollowed you out. Goals will become games, not chains. You will pursue them for the joy of the pursuit, not to fix yourself, because you no longer need fixing. You are not running to become whole. You are running because you are whole. This makes you unstoppable. Seneca the Younger said the wise man runs toward his goals not because he needs them, but because he enjoys the motion. Move like that. Let ambition be play, not proof. The world will try to pull you back into distraction. It will scream for your attention with endless noise, endless urgency. Ignore it. Most of what seems urgent is meaningless. Epictetus warned his students to guard their attention more fiercely than their wealth, because what you give your attention to becomes your life. Give it only to what matters. Silence the rest. Step outside. Touch the earth. Listen to wind and leaves. Watch the stars burn quietly above you. These are not luxuries. They are medicine. They cleanse your mind of the poison of urgency. They remind you that you are part of something ancient and vast and patient. Presence will also change your relationships. The old self never truly saw people. It looked through them, thinking of replies, planning escapes, chasing approval. The new, you will see them. You will give them your full attention, and it will feel like sunlight on their skin. They will feel safe near you because you are fully here. This is rare. Most people are ghosts drifting through their own lives. Be the opposite. Be real. Look into eyes and actually see the soul behind them. Listen without planning your response. Love without clutching. This is how you become unforgettable, by being fully present with those who expect only fragments. And as you live in the present, fear dissolves. Fear needs the future to survive. Regret needs the past. Neither can breathe here. When you are here, truly here, they die. This is why the Stoics seemed fearless, not because they felt no fear, but because they stayed rooted in the only place fear cannot reach. Now. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself daily that the present is all you lose when death comes, and it is all you can lose. So live it, squeeze it, burn it bright. This is not reckless. This is reverence, because the best way to honor life is to use it fully. Soon you will notice that life has become brighter, colors sharper, sounds richer, time slower. This is not magic. It is attention. You are finally seeing what was always here. The world has not changed. You have. The chains on your eyes are gone. You will laugh more. Not the frantic laughter of distraction, but the deep laughter of someone who sees the absurd beauty of being alive at all. You will cry more, not from despair, but from awe. This is the quiet joy the Stoics carried, the joy of souls who see clearly and still choose to love the world anyway. And as this joy roots in you, the world will notice. They will not understand it. They will ask how you stay so calm, so alive, so unhurried in a world on fire. You will smile, because the answer is simple. You are finally here, and nothing can shake someone who is fully alive in this moment. The world has grown quiet around you, but do not be deceived. It has not surrendered. It is only waiting, because transformation threatens everything built on fear, and fear does not die easily. It will come again, softer this time, not as storms, but as whispers. Old patterns creeping like vines toward your new light, familiar temptations dressed as harmless comforts, shadows of the person you once were reaching out with trembling hands, begging you to return. This is the last trial, to defend your flame. To prove you are not visiting strength, you are becoming it. Regression is seductive. It arrives like homecoming. The mind will say, just rest. Just loosen your grip. Just be like you were. It will tell you that you have earned comfort now, that the fortress can stand without your vigilance. This is the trap. Seneca the Younger warned that most men lose their greatness not from force, but from ease. Rust, not impact, destroys the sword. Complacency, not failure, topples the strong. You must stay awake. The fire you carry is alive, and all living things must be fed or they fade. Do not let your fire dim. The old self will disguise itself as peace. It will say, "You are healed now," so discipline is no longer needed. It will offer old distractions as harmless pleasures, old chaos as excitement. Refuse them. You know their true cost. They are not harmless. They are thieves waiting for the door to open. Epictetus said the hardest battle is not against the world, but against the habits that once ruled you. They will stalk you silently, waiting for cracks. This is why you must guard your rituals like sacred ground. They are not chores, they are shields. Every small act of discipline keeps the old self locked away. Every neglected act is a key left in the door. People will try to pull you back too. Some will mock your transformation. Not out of insight, but out of fear. You rising makes them confront their own stagnation. So they will bait you, belittle you, question you. They want the old version of you because it made them comfortable. Do not give it to them. Marcus Aurelius wrote that you must stand like a cliff while waves crash and foam falls back in exhaustion. Let their words crash. Let them fall. You are not here to make them comfortable. You are here to become unbreakable, even if it makes them uneasy. The most dangerous pull will come from within, nostalgia. The mind will romanticize the old life. It will whisper that it was easier, lighter, simpler. This is illusion. Memory paints pain in gold to lure you back. Do not be fooled. The old life was not light. It was hollow. The old self was not free. It was lost. Remember the emptiness that once gnawed at you even in comfort. Remember the chaos that filled every silence. You are not going back there. Burn the bridge. Leave no path for retreat. Seneca the Younger said the greatest victories come when you make return impossible. Make it impossible. There is only forward. Even as you defend, you must remain gentle. Do not become rigid in fear of falling. Rigidity shatters. Flexibility endures. Epictetus told his students to bend like the reed, not snap like the oak. Be disciplined, but not harsh. Vigilant, but not paranoid. The goal is not to fear slipping. It is to rise calmly when you do. You will stumble. Expect it. One slip is not collapse. What matters is what you do next. The old self turns stumbles into spirals. The new, you will turn them into steps. This is how strength becomes permanent. Not by never falling, but by never staying down. Your environment will test you. The world around you is built to breed distraction, indulgence, noise. It will offer you endless ways to dilute your focus. Do not let it. Shape your surroundings like armor. Keep your space clean, your routine sacred, your mind uncluttered. Marcus Aurelius lived in palaces, yet kept his chambers bare to protect his spirit from rot. You must do the same. Simplicity is not deprivation. It is clarity. It keeps the weeds from choking your fire. The fewer distractions you allow, the stronger your light will burn. Even success will try to sabotage you. Achievements can lull you into sleep. The world will clap, and your mind will want to rest on that applause. But applause fades quickly, and silence follows. Do not build your foundation on clapping hands. Seneca the Younger said that nothing is more fatal than to think yourself finished. You are never finished. This path has no summit. The moment you believe you have arrived, you begin to sink. Stay a student. Stay hungry. Celebrate victories briefly. Then return to the path. Not because you are unsatisfied, but because you are devoted. And when exhaustion comes, and it will, do not mistake it for weakness. Rest is part of strength, but rest with intention, not escape. The old self rested to avoid life. You will rest to sharpen your edge. Epictetus told his students to treat their body like a horse. Rest it to keep it strong, not to let it grow lazy. When you rest, rest fully. Step away from noise. Rebuild your energy like a warrior sharpening their blade in silence, then return ready. This is how the fire burns for decades instead of flickering for weeks. Defending your flame will make you lonely at times. Few will understand this level of vigilance. They will call you obsessive, too intense, too distant. Let them. They do not see what you are guarding. They do not understand what it cost to light this fire. They only see the glow, not the battles that birthed it. That is fine. You do not need them to understand. Marcus Aurelius wrote that the opinion of the crowd is smoke on the wind. Let it drift past. You are not here to be understood. You are here to endure. And as you endure, something profound will happen. The whispers will fade. The pull of the old world will weaken. Distractions will glance off you like rain on stone. Temptations will arrive and leave unanswered. Doubt will knock and find no door. This is the sign. It means the old self is starving. It means the fire has burned long enough to become part of you. What was once effort will become nature. What was once discipline will become instinct. This is the moment where transformation hardens into permanence. Soon, the world will test you one last time. It will throw chaos like it did before. Not to destroy you, but to see if the fire still burns when the winds rise. And it will. Because it no longer depends on conditions. It is not fed by applause or comfort or momentum. It burns from the core. This is what Epictetus meant when he said that no man is truly strong until he needs nothing. You are approaching that now, needing nothing, carrying everything, walking through the ruins of your old life untouched. And as you stand guard over your flame, you will realize the final truth. You are not defending it from the world anymore. You are defending it from forgetting who you are. That is the only thing that can take this from you. Forgetting. But you will not forget, because every step, every scar, every storm you walked through is carved into your soul. You carry the proof in your bones, and it will speak for you when doubt tries to rise. It will whisper the truth. You are not becoming unbreakable. You are unbreakable already. You stand at the edge of who you were and who you are. The battlefield behind you is silent now. The storms that once tore your world apart lie broken at your feet. The chains you once mistook for destiny are dust. You have walked through fire and emerged not just alive, but remade. This is the moment you thought would never come, when strength is no longer something you chase, but something you are. The unbreakable self is no longer a dream. It is the breath in your lungs. It is the ground beneath your steps. It is you. Feel it. The stillness that does not collapse when the world shakes. The calm that does not waver when chaos screams. The purpose that burns even when applause fades. This is what the Stoics bled for. This is what Marcus Aurelius whispered to himself as empires crumbled around him. That nothing external can wound the soul that stands in its own truth. This is what Seneca the Younger meant when he said that the man who conquers himself cannot be conquered by the world. This is what Epictetus lived as a slave who walked like a king. And this is what you are now. The world will not understand it at first. It will look at you and see the same face, the same body, the same voice. But something in your eyes will make them hesitate. They will feel it before they name it. The still fire behind your silence, the depth behind your calm. Some will fear it. Some will be drawn to it. Many will test it. Let them. You are not here to convince. You are here to embody. And embodiment needs no defense. The tree does not argue that it is strong. It stands, and storms bend around it. You will stand like that now. You have become what the world cannot shake, not because pain cannot reach you, but because it cannot rule you. Pain will still come. Loss will still come. Death will still come. But they will find no chains left in your soul to pull. They will strike and pass through like wind through open hands. This is not numbness. This is power. Because you feel fully now without drowning. You love without fear. You walk through endings without collapsing. The old self feared every ending. The new you understands they are only beginnings disguised in shadow. Your days will look simple on the surface. Quiet, ordered, steady, but beneath them runs the current of eternity. Every act will be deliberate now. You will wake with discipline, walk with gratitude, work with devotion, rest with reverence. You will speak little and mean all of it. You will carry storms in your chest and peace on your face. This is what mastery looks like. Not spectacle, but solidity. The world applauds fireworks and forgets them in seconds. It kneels before mountains in silence. You are the mountain now. Your mind is no longer your enemy. It is your ally, your sword. Once it scattered like frightened birds. Now it moves like a single hawk, focused, precise, silent. Thoughts arise and pass like clouds, and you remain the sky. This is what Epictetus meant when he said that no man is free until he rules himself. You have taken your throne. You are sovereign over the only empire that matters, your soul. And in this sovereignty, you are finally able to love the world without needing to own it. You can serve without chains, give without depletion, guide without pride. You will walk among the lost not as a savior above them, but as a lighthouse among them. Steady, silent, radiant. Some will follow your light, some will curse it. Both are fine. Your duty is not to be loved. Your duty is to shine. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself that the sun does not wait for prayers to rise. It simply rises. So will you. This transformation will not end in trumpets or applause. It will end quietly, like dawn. One morning you will wake, and there will be no battle inside, no noise, no doubt, just space, just clarity, just power, soft and steady as breath, and you will smile, not from pride, but from peace, because you will know that nothing can take this from you, not time, not loss, not death, because it is not something you built. It is something you revealed. It was always here. You only had to burn away what was not you. And now you walk forward, not as the person who hoped to be strong, but as the soul who knows they are. You walk not seeking approval, not fearing rejection, not chasing legacy. You walk to live, to breathe this sacred air, to watch sunlight spill on stone, to hold the hands of the few who see what you have become and say nothing, because they can feel it. This is the quiet victory. This is the hidden crown. You do not need the world to see it. You will carry it inside your chest forever. If this journey has lit something inside you, do not let it go out. Feed it. Guard it. Walk with it every day. And if your heart feels the weight of this truth, take this one small step now. Subscribe to this channel, not just as a click, but as a way to walk closer to God, to be blessed each day with words that keep your soul awake and your fire alive. And in the comments, write the words you want your new life to be built on. Words like strength, peace, light, eternity, victory, unshakable. Plant them here as your declaration, and let them grow every time you return, because this is not the end of your transformation. It is the beginning of your reign. The unbreakable self has risen, and the world will never be the same.